Hey everyone, my name is DJ Lantz. We're at True Spec, Scottsdale, Arizona. Just revealed today, we have Callaway's new driver line. Tursky, let's talk a little bit about it.
Well, we got the Epic Speed, the Epic Max, and the Epic Max LS. For this year, Callaway brought back the Epic name. Originally, 2017, the first time they brought out the Epic, they introduced the jailbreak technology, which was two parallel bars that came down and connected the crown and the sole, stiffen up that face, get some more speed. Now, they doubled it up. So instead of just 2 points of connection now, there's actually 4. Even more stability, more speed, more face flexing to help on off-center hits. Also, as you'll notice, there's a little white patch. That kind of insinuates that there's a carbon patch here, where Callaway got to save weight, move it farther back, make these clubs better performing. So we're gonna hit all 3 models against each other and see what the differences are. Let's test them.
So first up, we have Epic Speed. Now this one is probably the least adjustable of the 3, but it does still have a ton of technology. Let's talk about it.
So with the speed, as the name implies, Callaway's looking to raise those club speeds up. So they have a new cyclone shape, which is more aerodynamic. So let's see what kind of speed I pick up.
Sure.
So I hit that one a little bit off the toe. I'm not surprised it's drawing. Plus the heads are actually a little bit more draw biased since they took weight out of the toe. So that doesn't surprise me at all. But the ball speed's actually kept up pretty good.
Yep.
Callaway's got the Flash Face SS21. They actually use artificial intelligence, just like they did with the jailbreak, to design the face. I'm also noticing we got 123 miles per hour club head speed. That's up about 5 miles per hour from my normal driver.
Right.
So Epic Speed holds up to its name.
I like it. The speed numbers were good for you. I'm interested to see how it performs for myself.
I see that ball turning over just a touch. Is that your normal ball flight?
I would say it's a little more draw bias than I would typically play. Typically, if anything, my ball's gonna fall just a touch to the right.
Okay, that makes sense. A lot of testers that are player testing for ClubTest 2021, they actually commented on the draw bias nature. So if you're a slicer or you tend to fade it and you kind of want to turn it over a little bit, these drivers are great.
Tursky, so the first driver we hit was the speed, not a ton of adjustability. Now we're moving into the max, a lot more forgiveness, a lot more adjustability, a little different look. Talk about it.
Yeah, so this is very adjustable, about 16 yards of shot shape correction. Also, it's the Epic Max, stands for max forgiveness. So I would be expecting a higher flight, a little bit more towards that center line. So as soon as I look down at the head, obviously way different from the Epic Speed. Epic Speed has that rounded, bubbly look like you said. This is a lot more flatter, trailing edge is a lot deeper back. You can just tell it's way more forgiving. Should be confidence inspiring to higher handicap players. That's a lot higher right there.
For sure.
A little bit of draw, as expected. I do tend to hit hooks anyway, so.
It's a good swing there, Tursky.
You know, this is the Max product, the other one's the Speed. But I'm getting some nice speed from this, aren't I?
Yeah, absolutely. Over 300 yards, and we're taking into consideration that spin's gonna be a little bit higher, launch is gonna be a little bit higher. So with that being said, very solid. A little easier to turn over. You know, not my traditional ball flight, but again, this driver is not necessarily made for someone that's a lower handicap. The feel is great. I really do like the way it feels. It feels fast. It looks confidence inspiring from the top. Last up, Tursky, we have the Epic Max LS, all new for this year. Probably the one that would find its way into your bag based on what you're currently playing, which is a Callaway. How's it look?
Yeah, I do have the Maverick Sub-Zero. People might recognize that Sub-Zero name. It's like Callaway's lowest spinning driver, lowest flying. This year we have the Epic Max LS. LS stands for low spin. Like the Epic Max driver, this still has that weight adjustability in the back, so if you want to draw, fade, you can kind of dial that in. Now, my first look at it, it's a lot more compact than the Max head. The Max was a little bit deeper.
Sure.
This has that more rounded shape that I prefer. So let's try it out.
How'd it feel?
It's a little bit lower flying than the Max, as expected.
Sure.
A little bit lower spinning. I turned that over a little bit too much, but that is my miss.
Definitely gonna be that club head that you'll see lower handicaps gravitate towards.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be surprised to see it on tour at all.
Good swing there.
A little left to center, but she might catch the fairway. Rips it off the face. It actually feels kind of light. I feel like I'm swinging it pretty fast.
121 club head speed, 172 ball speed.
Again, I average around 118 with my old gamer, the Sub-Zero, so I'm picking up some nice speed with this.
Doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
DJ, Max LS, it's all you.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
What do you think about it looking down?
Really like the deeper look. Confidence inspiring for a lower handicap. I think it's going to be a little bit more fade bias just looking at, how it is from the top. It looks like there's a little bit more carbon than previous Maverick. Is that true?
Good catch. There is a little bit more carbon.
Okay.
Helps save that weight, drag weight lower.
This top line's very square, which is nice. I do like that.
I noticed that as well. Been seeing a lot of draws today, but that was actually a nice little baby cut.
This one definitely feels the most fade capable of the three that we hit, like I mentioned before.
By design. This is definitely the most fade bias driver that Callaway's putting out this year. And our testers at player testing for ClubTest noticed that as well. Definitely more fade bias in this head, draw bias in the other two.
Okay, perfect. Players that are lower handicaps are going to gravitate towards this head. I can tell just from the top line, but how it performs seals the deal.
Absolutely, I agree.
So we just wrapped up hitting the 3 Callaway models, and honestly, they have a wide variety of options for a lot of different golfers and ability levels. What'd you think?
Yeah, we got the Epic Speed, the Epic Max, and the Epic Max LS. And actually with Club Connects, we were able to use my gamer shaft to test all 3 to get a nice apples to apples comparison. Now with the Speed and the Max, we found them both to be a little bit draw biased, and we both gravitated towards the Max LS.
Sure.
What'd you think?
Again, LS was definitely the product for me. I was able to fade it as well as turn it over slightly. But again, just to reiterate, you got to go get fit and see which model's best for you. Everyone has different spin and launch characteristics. So make sure you get fit for these 3 products. They offer a ton of options.
Got to try them all.
Got to try
go
them
get
all.
fit.